as the Clay Helton Bowl. Clay Helton, you played for Clay Helton.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so we've always said nicest guy in the world. He's an unbelievably cool guy.
Great guy.
As a coach, how do you feel about him, especially now?
I mean, I'm not familiar with what he's doing in Georgia Southern or what he's been doing since leaving SC, but just can't make the tough decisions. Just a people pleaser, wants the best for everybody, and genuinely cares maybe a little too much to the point where he can't do the entirety of his job as a head coach, at least for USC.
So he's got like no edge to him?
He shies away from the confrontation and tough decisions with maybe personalities on the team, maybe in media, maybe just doesn't say the things that maybe need to be said after games, just leaves fans wanting more. And USC fans talk so bad about Helton, and I don't understand it because I get he didn't take advantage of what he had. I mean, he had one Rose Bowl and then a Cotton Bowl appearance, but he didn't take advantage of what he had. But, however, was Helton ever expected to be the Pete Carroll, the savior for USC? Or was he
think
not the
they hired him to win.
No, not that
you
administration.
You think they didn't hire him to win? This is the Carroll Folt administration, right?
USC's administration, I think, what was it? Lynn Swann was the AD at the time.
Yes, Lynn Swann.
This was a filler administration for USC.
But why would USC ever have a filler? Why would you not go out and get somebody? Why do you need a filler?
Because football wasn't the main thing at the time. And football wasn't the main thing when I was there. It was about cleaning up the image of USC after all the damage of those sanctions so that we're looked at a certain way. And we would cover up things that were going on behind scenes on the field, in the locker room, and the coaching staff that obviously everybody knows now, because for a certain period of time, it was all about control and image. And what head coach is going to allow others that are donating, in charge, to run the show? Clay Helton. Right. And that was their filler coach, and it worked until it didn't, and then fans said, make a change or else.
As a guy who did pregame, postgame when Pete Carroll was here, I don't think USC should ever have a filler coach, ever.
It happens.
I mean, I know, but why? USC, we're here to win.
Those sanctions really, and I hate using the sanctions as a crutch because it's 10-plus years later, but people don't understand, like, those sanctions did that damage for that amount of time that threw this program into a complete disaster. And it doesn't help that each head coach we brought in was getting fired a year or two into their tenure, so no real culture being built, no real consistent recruiting classes. And when we did get a consistent recruiting class, 2013, 2014, 2015, we saw Sark, who could have had a Ferrari, had to turn it over to Helton, who won a Rose Bowl with it.
Yeah, he did.
So we can act like we hate Helton and we don't like him.
I've never said I hate Helton.
It's more for USC
I just
fans.
think if he was really a filler coach, memo to USC, you should never have a filler coach. The whole point is to win.
I signed off on his hire. At the moment, he was the guy. If it wasn't going to be Orgeron and Sark is gone, who else were we bringing in at that time?
So I was at the famous Orgeron. You played on that team.
I played on that team.
The one that beat Stanford, right?
Yeah. 10-win team.
Andre Hadari, I believe, was the guy that
had the pick to set up that field goal.
There you go.
Yeah.
So if you go back to that era, did you think Orgeron should have gotten the job?
We were guaranteed he'd get the job. We were promised he was get. When Orgeron took over for Kiffin.
Kiffin, yep.
We went on a winning streak. We lost this first game against Notre Dame, and then we went on a win streak. We won like 5 or 6 in a row.
Right.
And I remember we had a team meeting. The AD at the time, Pat Hayden, we're all in there, and we loved O. At this point, we would do anything for Coach O. And
everybody loved Coach O.
And we're told if we beat Stanford, O is our guy, because Stanford was like number 5.
Oh, yeah.
I think they won the Orange Bowl that year.
Yep.
We upset them. We put Coach O on our shoulders and carried him off the field because we're like, y'all don't know. Y'all think we're excited because we beat the number 5 team Saturday night. We got our head coach that we wanted. And before the bowl game, we had a random team meeting. Coach O comes in with tears. We're in our meeting like, what's going on? Tears in Coach O's eyes. And it's the last time I saw him at USC.
Yep.
They lied to me, gentlemen. They lied to all of you. They're not bringing me back. So I will not be coaching the Vegas Bowl. And Helton coached the Vegas Bowl for us.
Wow.
And the amount of people that wanted to transfer, did transfer. Yeah. I tried to transfer.
So I know we're going to go up against the clock, all that stuff. So I was told that there were 3 finalists for the job at that point. Chris Peterson, Sark, and Coach O.
Yeah.
I was told that the presentation, each guy made a presentation, big PowerPoint, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, all that stuff. That Coach O walked in with a notebook and wasn't really prepared the way those other guys were. And, of course, it did not work where he went either. Do you think Coach O would have been successful long-term at SC?
Yes.
You do?
I think Coach O at that time, he had us bought in. That 2014 team,
yep.
So much wasted talent, especially on the defensive side of the ball, where if we have Coach O there, and maybe, and I know Sark never would have did that, maybe if Sark was just the OC, maybe that was the recipe for success. But at that time, Coach O was our only pipeline to the South. We were getting guys like Leonard Williams on a D-line. He's still playing NFL top 100.
Yep.
Claude Pallone, Antoine Woods. We hadn't seen that size on the D-line since Coach O left. So, yes, I think he would have been successful, at least short-term future, the next 2 to 3 years. 10 wins at least.
Did not know about that promise.
Yeah, we were guaranteed it. And when he said that, we all cried. And we didn't even, I'm trying to tell you, half that, they almost lost that entire team before Sark got there.
Wow. All right, good insight there. We're going to do